Okay, my really beautiful friends, I missed you all day long. Although I was out tweeting some crazy stuff all day long. It helps me stay sane. Really, it does. Anyway, so yes, post-market wrap-up on this Monday, March 8th, 2021. Let's start off with the markets, I guess. The Dow Jones Industrial Average put on about 300 points. Okay, whatever. The S&P 500 finished negative, and the Nasdaq fell like 2%. This 10-year yield at 1.60 and the stronger dollar business, it's hitting this market. There's no doubt about it. Market doesn't like it. I don't like it. But again, they're trying to prop it up. They're trying to prop up this market here. Let's talk about propping up real quick. Crude oil made a massive turnaround. It was just by some coincidence, I guess, that Saudi Arabia had one of their oil facilities attacked by Houthi rebels, with missiles and drone strikes. They're pretty well equipped, these Houthi rebels, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so these, they got attacked over there. Crude oil, whammo, goes up really nicely, then reversed, finished negative 2% today. You know what? That scares me a little bit. What can you expect when something like that happens? A bigger attack, more attacks. Again, crude oil will not be allowed to fall. The investment banks, they got too much money in it. So that's the way it's going to play out here. Anyway, they use crude oil to boost the entire energy sector, the financial sector as well. You know how this works. So be on the lookout for another attack, another event, something that will prop up crude oil. When I witnessed crude oil go negative today, I literally got a chill down my spine. I was like, oh, no, this is bad. There will be another, rebel attack, and they're going to have weapons you won't believe. There's going to be missiles and drones and maybe even bombers. That's what rebels have these days. You know that. Anyway, just so you understand the situation. So that reversal in crude oil, it did hurt the market. There's no doubt about it. They keep crude propped up to prop up the stock market. Now, there's another propping up mechanism here. They paraded out Janet the Thing Yellen, the new Treasury Secretary, former Fed chair. Why would they parade her out today? Let's think about it for just a moment here. If you recall, last week when, the current Fed chairperson thing, Yellowstone Powell, he said, it was a joke, it really is. Oh, there's going to be an inflation spike. Do you remember how that hit the debt market? 10-year yield spiked up, stock market fell. Well, today, the other corroded, because she's corroded. She looks corroded to me. The corroded thing, Janet Yellen, former Fed chair, she came out and said, oh, don't worry about inflation. No. The market loved to hear that. Oh, yeah. And the market also loved to hear from billionaire Tepper, or whatever his freaking first name is, Jake, whatever. And he said, oh, yeah, I'm really bullish on stocks. So now what they're doing, they're tag teaming this market any way they can. They pull out Miss Corrosion, okay, Janet Yellen, Miss Corrosion, to straighten out a little bit what Yellowstone said about inflation. Oh, no, don't worry about inflation. Just keep on printing all you want to. Yeah, that's how we finish. You have to understand what's going on here. The Federal Reserve and the U.S. Treasury are in tandem lockstep, like I've explained to you for a very long time. Some of you will let off on some delusion that, the Treasury was now taken over by President Trump and we were going to take it over and we're going to end the Fed. Duh. No, it didn't happen. I'm sorry. Yeah. But so what they're doing here, you got the Federal Reserve and you got the Treasury now hell-bent on making the Federal Reserve more powerful, giving them more power to create cash out of thin air, buy anything they want to. It's a tag team effect. We have the yellow stain and Miss Corrosion. You know how it works. Period, the freaking end. And then, of course, if they need to, they get a parade out of, he's a billionaire. So how can you argue with a billionaire that, yeah, you can't, right? Because billionaires, they run the world. They tell us what to do. Bill Gates, he knows all about it. He thinks he's God. Anyway, so a mixed market today. Dow Jones Industrial Average up like 1.5%. NASDAQ fell 2%. S&P 500 in the negative. 10-year yield 1.60. Dollar. Did you see the dollar today? Boom. Much stronger dollar today. Of course, that hit gold and silver. And you got cryptocurrencies still holding their own. People, look, understand what's happening. They want you to believe it's just some like nerdy looking dude sitting behind his computer buying all this Bitcoin. That's what they want you to think is going on. But guess what? It's not. No. What's going on here, this is institutions. They've been in here for a long time, but they really started to pile in here at 27,000. Okay, now we're at 51,000, almost 52 with regard to Bitcoin. Is it going to move around a little bit? Sure it is. Is Bitcoin going to drag the other cryptocurrencies with it? Sure it is. It's the mommy. Mama. Whatever mama does, the other cryptos got to do too. That's just the way it works in this lovely market. But I'll tell you, I'm going to say it again. I want to say it again here. I am nervous about the drop today in crude oil after the Houthis with missiles and drones attacked Saudi Arabia. I guess Saudi Arabia doesn't have very good defenses now, does it? But those Houthis, they're pretty slick. Houthis, yeah. It was the Houthis, all right. It was Houthis. Don't forget, it was the Houthis. Because they wouldn't lie to us, right? We wouldn't even know if an attack really occurred, but they could say it. Maybe it did happen, but it was Houthis. Anyway, that's essentially the story here. But what I would like to do here is cover a few things with you. It's kind of like my new lovely thing I like to do these days. So yeah, I'm sorry, not Jake Tepper. It's David. Sorry, David, I forgot your name because you see, you don't matter to me. You don't matter at all. I don't care how much money you got. You're a zero in my book. All right. When you get called out to to manipulate the people, it drives me out of my mind here. Oh yeah. Futures rebound off the lows after billionaire David Tepper's bullish comments. Of course this market is going higher, duh. When you have easy money being thrown at it and you got corrosion here, Miss Corrosion. I'm looking at Yellowstone. Yellowstone here. This is what she said. President Biden's COVID bill is going to fuel a very strong recovery. Miss Corrosion. She can't tell you that the economy isn't even close to bottoming out. She's corroded. Her brain is corroded. Oh yeah, just like I said. Bloomberg, Janet Yellen says we're unlikely to see any kind of inflation moving forward. With her mask on her face. I think personally someone that's as corroded as her should wear like 8 masks. Yeah, that's kind of my take on that, but that's just you. And this is me again. The Fed and the U.S. Treasury are now working in tandem more than ever before to exponentially increase the flow of debt into the economy and markets. Imagine my surprise. Hey, I want to remind you of something. 6 months ago, almost to the day, JP Morgan had to pay $920 million for manipulating the precious metals market. How about this? They haven't stopped. Not only did they paid this fine, supposedly, okay, and now they're still doing it, and they're rigging it to a higher degree. Imagine my shock. Oh yeah, it's lovely. Oh, and by the way, just in case you were wondering, the CDC says I got it. You know what? They're probably not going to even process my video, but the CDC said that vaccinated people can now gather together indoors in small groups without masks. Just in case you were wondering. You know, they're dictating all the rules to you because you're not free. You're a slave. It's unbelievable. Going back here to J.P. Morgan, they paid that near billion dollar fine. Here, explain this to me as if I were a young child or a golden retriever. How is it that a Wall Street superbank can get caught red-handed rigging the markets and yet not a single arrest? What would happen to you or me if we rigged even a single asset? You see, they can do anything they want to and they never get in trouble. It's just lovely. Here's another one. This is from Bill Murray. So, if we lie to the government, it's a felony. But if the government lies to us, it's just politics. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's fair? Do you like that? Now, this is something else I want to talk about real quick. This was CNBC, and I got a nice shot of this lovely young woman explaining how it's the pandemic has caused record debt. How about and everything's going just as planned? That's what this is all about, people. They shut down the global economy so they can inflate. Who does that sound like? Maybe me. I've been telling you this since time and freaking memorial. It's a freak show. I think you got that. People, it's so sick what's going on right now. I know you understand that. It's beyond twisted. It's only going to get even more twisted. But, look, again, like I've been explaining to you, we have to raise our awareness. And really, honestly, we should be working on at least trying to raise the awareness of others. Don't convince them of anything. Just try to make them more aware of what's going on, because there are some people that really do believe that everything is real. It's all by accident, COVID. It's just none of this is, it's just happened to turn out this way, like the Houthis, attacking Saudi Arabia. It's just you know how it works. Anyway, look, I'm going to cut this video short, I guess, right now. Look, this guy here loves you a lot. I really mean that with all my heart. Please share the video, get it out there, ponder these things, and we will reconvene right here in front of this bridge tomorrow morning. See you later.